Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pine Cove here in Farming Simulator 19 with me, CWATTYESO. I am still doing the harvest here on Field 2 that we began at the end of the last episode. Field 2 is the only field we currently own on this brand new map in this brand new series. So we've got a wheat harvest to do, then we'll be doing all the field prep behind us to get the field reseeded, and then I guess we're going to need to start looking at doing some contract work. We don't have a lot of money, although we are making a little bit of income. I'm guessing that's because of the usual solar panels all over all the buildings that Stevie puts in the map, wind turbines, that sort of thing, which all generate some passive income every hour. So yeah, I'm going to guess we're doing quite well on that front. Like I say, I really do like the farm layout on this map. Lots of buildings, lots of storage space. All the animals nicely in one area as well. A couple of nice big pens. Yeah, we're getting our wheat harvested quite nicely. Nearly ready for another emptying. We've already done one unload, which was nearly 30,000 litres. This one's going to be about the same. I was trying to estimate in the last video how much we're going to get off this field. I may have been a little bit reserved with my 90 to 120,000 litres estimate. I reckon there's probably a bit more than that. I wonder if there's going to be closer to maybe 180 to 240, maybe? Tough to predict. The reason for that being, obviously, yields vary map to map, modder to modder, map maker to map maker. Yields can fluctuate a little bit on different maps. Some maps are a little bit stingy. Some maps, like the previous Eureka Farms, were a bit excessive on the yields. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just need to keep the eye on the fill level because I don't have the warning system installed on this particular series. If you did miss the first episode, I do thoroughly encourage you to go back and watch the first episode. Like I say, I'm not using a ton of mods this time, playing this more or less vanilla vehicles, apart from whatever modified equipment Stevie has included in the map and has graciously given us at the start here in New Farmer. So don't have a lot of options when it comes to vehicles and equipment outside of the base game stuff. a sneaky feeling as well. This trailer is huge, huge capacity. I wonder if that's one of his Lakeland remnants. Like I say, not even using global company or anything this time around on this map, so it's going to be a very back to basics kind of series, really, where I'm just doing a little bit of farming just to entertain me. I'm probably not going to go completely head over heels bonkers with the series and spend, you know, 5 days a week playing it, recording it and stuff, because that's just, at this stage for me, massive overkill. I do want to play other games now. I have been playing other games over the last few weeks as I've took a bit of a break from Farm Sim while I was wondering and pondering what to do. And I found I actually quite enjoy playing some other games. You know, I might jump back into Farm Manager, which I did a couple of videos on as well. It's all about sitting down, really, sitting down at the computer and being motivated to make the content, because that I've been struggling. I really have been struggling the last few weeks for motivation. Haven't had any. Haven't had any desire to want to spend tons of hours sat at the PC, which is why I've not made a lot of videos and done a lot of streams, because it's just me. I just haven't had the desire to do so. And one thing I won't do is force videos. I won't sit there and make videos if I don't want to, because I can't fake it. I can't fake it. It would have been very noticeable for everybody concerned that my heart wasn't in it. Neither was my head. So it's better for me not to do recordings when I'm in that kind of mood and phase. But then, of course, Stevie pops up and announces he's dropping his newest map, Pine Cove, and it's like, he's dragged me back in. Just when I thought I was out, he's dragged me back in. But no. Obviously, with it being a Stevie map, it's going to be very high quality. It's also a map that played in FS19. So, I know Pine Cove is a very, very nice map, because obviously it was a map that Stevie made originally for Farm Sim 17. And again, just want to point out to everybody, this is not a quick Giants editor convert. It's not an FS17 convert at all. This map has been completely rebuilt from the ground up in Giants editor. You know, Stevie's done the work. He's not done a quick cloud convert type thing. No, he's built this proper, as he has done with all his other maps. So it will be to the high quality and high standards that, you know, Stevie drives for, and that we players have come to expect from him. My only hope, and my only little, if you like, little grumble, my little whinge, my little complaint, is that one day I do hope Stevie will give us a map that isn't just square fields, you know, Be nice if he gives us a map with natural shaped fields. You know, I know squares tend to be easy, and obviously with Giants Editor and with field definitions, obviously it's a lot quicker and a lot easier to do square fields and rectangle shaped fields. But one day I hope Stevie does go and give us a natural map, a natural themed map. I would also like it as well in the future if he would be so kind as to maybe give us another European themed map, or maybe even a UK themed map. I know he tends to go for the US style, because I know a lot of farm sim players prefer to play the US style maps with, you know, big fields and wide open spaces and everything. I'd love to see Stevie do a UK map with all the UK look and feel and trimmings and everything, just to see what it would be like. I know Fenton Forest was obviously built off of the Felsbrunn map and style and theme, so that was definitely sort of European, Germany looking, Austrian looking kind of map. I'd like Stevie to do a UK one. I know I make a lot of requests of Stevie, but I like his work. Maybe for Farm Sim 22, Stevie, you could do a UK map. When you get your new supercomputer and everything that you've been saving up for. By the way, folks, I'm still having issues with my PC, especially with the whole launching of games thing. I'm still having this weird issue where programs and stuff just won't open if I've got browsers running or anything. Oh, it's really, really annoying. There's a couple of games I bought recently, driving games. I bought the Assetto Corsa racing games. They're a nightmare to play at the minute on my PC, because when you click to go into a race, they launch and open. The game has like a launcher, and then when you go into races, it launches the race. It's a bit like the old iRacing type thing, really, I suppose, in that regard. Where, but I'll tell you what, that would be an interesting game to see how that works as well, because iRacing, you have to be in a browser, you have to be signed in on the website on the browser, and then it launches the game when you go into the race and everything to enter all. And then if the game won't open because the browser's open, you've got to close the browser, then you get signed out. That would be a weird game to test, see if it has a problem. But yeah, any game that has like a launcher, when it tries to launch the game, if I've got a browser open, game won't open. I have the problem with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Whenever I try to launch any of the games from that, it doesn't work. And like I say, with Assetto Corsa, the minute I try to go to a race, if I've got a browser running in the background, it won't open. I'm almost thinking to myself that I might need to reformat, reinstall Windows, see if that fixes it. I don't know what's changed on my system that's caused it, apart from I think maybe a Windows update is installed, done something weird. And it's just not compatible with something, and it's just causing all manner of problems. I've tried running like registry cleaners and stuff like that and some maintenance tools on the PC to fix it. Nothing's come up with a solution yet. Everybody I've tried contacting for tech support hasn't responded to me. Giant stopped replying to me regarding the issue after I emailed them their customer service. They decided they didn't want to help me. That's nice, Giants. If you're watching, I'm part of your partner program, Giants. You know, I'm one of your partners. So perhaps, you know, you could have helped me out. Would have been nice. I was kind of hoping I would have had a new graphics card by now. And if I'd had a new graphics card, I probably would have done a reinstall of my computer, because I would have had to have had a new power supply and everything. But again, the new NVIDIA 3080 Ti graphics cards released last week and literally sold out within like a minute here in the UK on the one and only retailer that had any in stock. They told you to go to their website at 2 o'clock because that's when they would be selling them, and literally at like 1 minute past 2 everything was out of stock and the website was crashing. So either they didn't have that many of them, or they all got snaffled up by the bots and the scalpers. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that you can't get a new PC. You can't get a graphics card still. Here, June 2021 in the UK. Unless you buy a new computer. If you buy a new pre-built computer, you can have a graphics card. But most of the pre-built computers I see everywhere suck. They look rubbish. They're very minimal spec for everything else. I know people say, well, buy the PC, take the graphics card out, throw the PC away and just keep the graphic card. Yeah. Who's going to do that? I know there probably are some people. But yeah, harvesting's going well. Like I say, nice harvester from Mr. Stevie. Hey, he's given us the case on this map. Normally we get like the Agco or the New Holland. I know he doesn't seem to be a big John Deere fan, Stevie. You never get a lot of John Deere stuff from him. So for all the John Deere fans out there, you won't get a lot of that equipment in your starting fleet on a Stevie map. Get a lot of Fendt. Get a lot of Fendt, which are green, I suppose. But yeah, not a lot of I was looking the other night, I was looking on YouTube actually, somebody did a review of a new, it was called a Minis PC? It was one of these tiny little compact PCs, one of these tiny little boxes that you can literally just mount to the back of your monitor or TV or whatever that you use as for a PC. I was quite impressed by it. Got a AMD Ryzen APU powering it, Ryzen 7. It had 32 gig of RAM, a 512 gigabyte M.2 drive as the hard drive, plus it had expansion slots for two 2.5-inch disk drives. So if you wanted to put some storage in, you could put two disk drives in yourself when you got it. Obviously SSD is preferable to really open it up, but it really did look like a nice PC. Tiny little box. It was able to play games at 1080p on low to medium settings, so not fantastic for gaming, but obviously as like a media device, very handy. And I was looking at it and thinking, with that APU, that much RAM, that would make a great little streaming PC, little streaming recording PC, rendering machine. It wasn't very expensive either. It was about I think it was like $800 on the American website. I've not found it in the UK anywhere yet. They don't come out, I think, until July is the release date. But I was like, that wouldn't be too bad. I mean, if it's $800, that would have to be about 600 quid UK money, which would not be terribly expensive for basically a tiny little compact machine, which is way more powerful than any laptop, which you could pay a heck of a lot more money for, that you could take anywhere, and all you need to do is just hook it up to a monitor or a TV with either HDMI or DisplayPort. In fact, on the specs of the machine, on the box, it supports triple monitors. It can run triple monitors off it, which is not bad. Two gigabyte video memory on the APU. I mean, okay, like I say, it's not great for, you wouldn't be using it as a gaming machine, but certainly for streaming, rendering videos and stuff, it'd be an ideal little compact box thing. And even home sharing, streaming games to it, like using Steam, sharing over your network. Use your actual desktop machine to do all the encoding and rendering and everything, and then beam it over to your little mini PC for playing on. That seemed quite interesting. Still not got this field finished yet. But yeah, it's now June, Monday the 7th of June as I record this video. We are in the beginnings of summer here in the UK. It's a lovely 27 degrees today here in the UK where I live. Needless to say, the aircon has been connected up this week. I've got the aircon out, plugged it all back in, ready for the summer, keep me cool. Run it for about an hour, then switch it off, and then wait till I get unbearably hot again, then switch it back on, run it for an hour, switch it off. It works well. Working very well. Okay, it's empty down here, and then I've probably got 2 and a bit rows to do. Depends, because I've been wibbly wobbly all over this field, because I'm not using GPS, don't even have guidance steering installed in this mod folder. Like I say, bit of a more of a back to basics type approach on this series. There we go, 93% full. Just stop him there. Go fetch me truck. 89,000 to 120. So yeah, probably going to be near 150,000 litres then. It's going to be in that region, isn't it, by the time we're finished? The 120 to 150. Not bad first harvest of a field that we've not done anything to. It's literally the one we was given at the start of the game, and it was all ready to harvest, so I don't know what has been done to the field in terms of fertilising, ploughing, lime spreading. We'll take the harvest for what it is. And then we'll have a look, see what we need to do. Obviously we need to get straw picked up. That'll be the next little task. I don't know what I'm doing with the crop yet. I haven't decided. I don't know whether I'm going to sell it or just put it in the silo. Wait till we've got a lot before I do a sell. The straw, I don't know whether to sell that or whether to save it. It's always a tricky one. I'm not even sure. Thinking now, just a thought's just entered my mind about the animals. We've got these wonderful pens on this map, but I'm wondering if I should not do animals at all. Don't do any animals. Get rid of the pen, sell them off, do something else with the land that they are sat on. Maybe chuck in another field. Make a completely custom field there. And literally just do field work only on this map. on this in this series. Just going to be doing fields. No animal husbandry, no animal rearing or raising. We're just going to be doing pure crops. Could be an option. There are certainly lots of fields on this map. If I went down the road of trying to own all the fields, then I wouldn't have time to worry about doing animals. And the thing is, without the global company stuff, all the factory mods and stuff, it's really not that important to have the animals. Because we're not making things like cheese, we're not making things, you know, along that line. Yeah. We've managed to get the first field harvested, folks. If I have a quick look at the map, okay, doesn't need lime. That is a surprise, although maybe not terribly. Oh, we do have the K105 Bradle. Stevie's given us the 105. Not the biggest Bradle. I just realised I hired a worker there. I didn't mean to hire a worker. What I meant to do was cruise control. I forgot I've remapped all my buttons. Not going to worry about detaching the header because we'll be using this combine again fairly soon, and I'm probably going to do similar crops for the time being. Stick with cereals for the moment before we start going into corn and sunflowers and everything. We'll just take this, park it in the shed. Hope it fits through the door. It's not gonna, is it? Bugger it. I guess what I have to do is I have to disconnect it. Stevie didn't make the doors wide enough on the sheds for me to drive in with the header. Let's have a quick drive back. That'll do. Right, next task then. Let's get the wheat into the silo, and then we'll be doing straw pickle, won't we? Just going to chuck it all in the silo for now. There we go. On the truck. Nicely over here. There we go. First harvest is in. So let's have a look. What did we get from that then? That was, bearing in mind you seem to start with about 13,000 litres, so we got probably 146,000 litres off of that field. I think that went well for our first harvest on a field that we've done nothing to. So yeah, that completes today's episode, everybody. Next episode, I'll be grabbing one of these lovely tractors, and we'll be doing some straw collecting, getting that collected up, and then probably getting that sold straight away, actually, because we probably don't need it. Well, especially if I am thinking of getting rid of the animal system on the map, the animal pens. And then we'll be grabbing some of this equipment out of here, and we'll be repurposing that field with our next crop, getting our next crop planted, and then we'll be having a bit of a look, see what contracts are available. Bunch of more harvesting contracts, couple of fertilising jobbies. They don't seem to be paying massive amounts, but we'll do what we can. So anyway, folks, that has been it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next video very soon. From me, CWATTY, here on Pine Cove, it's goodbye for now.